Nearly 11,000 Canadians are registered as being in Lebanon, and many of their friends and family are here scrambling to connect and to find ways to help. Mike Drolet reports.
There was a moment of uncertainty as the lights went out at this church. And then all hell broke loose. People scrambled for cover, grabbing screaming children. "I don't want to die," they yelled, and as videos like these were uploaded, Lebanese Canadians scrambled to call their families overseas. Rima Mamari has over 30 relatives in Beirut alone. They all survived, but not without some tense moments. Her cousin's husband had to climb past bodies to get to his parents' apartment.
He has to pull them out from underneath rubble and glass, and because his mom in particular was injured so badly, he had to carry her down 10 flights of stairs to put her in his own car and get her to a hospital that would take her.
Mamari, like so many others, says she felt helpless living an ocean away. And for Lebanese Canadians over the age of 30, pictures of the aftermath brought back some bad memories.
When I looked at the video and I saw how the explosion happened, it reminded me and it gave me a big flashback to a lot of things that I thought I'm over it. I thought I'm not going to be there anymore, but clearly it's not.
Mohammed Fakeh remembers when Beirut was a war zone during the Civil War in the 1980s. And then in the 2000s, more conflict, this time with Israel. The Lebanese, sadly, are used to picking up the pieces. But this time might be more difficult. Even before the pandemic, it was a country crippled with debt, poverty, and political corruption so extreme, Lebanese Canadians aren't sure where to send relief money.
People in Lebanon have been already thinking, how are we going to do this day by day? They haven't really thought of like the next 5-10 years, especially with the pandemic going on. So at this point, like, it's just a matter of survival.
Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.
Countries around the world are sending support to Beirut. France, which has strong ties to Lebanon, flew in a search and rescue team to help crews on the ground. Teams from Turkey, the Netherlands, Germany, and Russia are also being mobilized. Several other countries, including Qatar and Greece, have shipped in medical supplies. The UK, Norway, and Australia have pledged millions of dollars in support. And Canada's International Development Minister has just announced the federal government will contribute at least $5 million in support to Lebanon. It will go to humanitarian agencies like the Red Cross. The disaster in Beirut has delayed a long-awaited ruling from a UN-backed tribunal into the assassination of Lebanon's former Prime Minister, Rafik Hariri. Hariri was killed in a car bombing in 2005, just a few kilometers from the scene of Tuesday's blast. 21 others were killed in that attack. The verdict was due on Friday. It's now been postponed until August 18th. The assassination stoked political and sectarian tensions inside Lebanon and across the Middle East. 4 men, all of whom have ties to the militant group Hezbollah, were tried in absentia for planning and arranging the assassination. None of them are in custody. Hariri, a billionaire businessman who served 5 terms as prime minister, was credited with leading the reconstruction of Lebanon after it emerged from 15 years of civil war.